Bam! Y'all have made it one whole week. Let's go. I'm so proud of you. Listen, 1 week down, 3 to go. I want to hear how has this helped you. Like, go ahead and comment right now. You don't even have to wait till the end of the video. For real, I want to hear how is the Lord just transforming and changing your life right now in this moment. You can even tag me on the Instagrams at Mark K. Benton too. Would love to hear from you. And I'm just going to tell you, this is probably my favorite chapter. It's probably my favorite chapter out of all of the Proverbs. And you're probably wondering why. Well, because I already told you earlier, like I'm a practical person. And so in my opinion, this chapter actually pretty much tells us straight up like what wisdom is. We've been talking about wisdom this whole time. And it took till chapter 8. I mean, we've seen pockets of it, like, hey, it's discernment, and here's what a fool looks like. Here's what a mocker looks like, So we've seen all these different examples of small things of what it is and what it isn't. But I feel like chapter 8 really goes in on what wisdom is and what wisdom isn't. So many times, I know myself included, before I started doing the study for myself, how many times you meet someone and they go, hey, how can I pray for you? And they go, man, I just need wisdom. I just really need wisdom. Like, oh, bet I'm gonna be praying for you, man. I'm gonna be praying for wisdom. And we know, but it's like, do we know? Do we really know? So today we are gonna get into that. And so let's go ahead and dive in. I'm gonna start in chapter 8, of course, but verse 6. All right. So it says, listen to me. Remember, this is wisdom talking. Wisdom is a character, essentially. It's like a person here. All right. So it says, listen to me. I have important things to tell you. Everything I say is right. Can we just stop? Like, thank you, wisdom. Like everything, not some things, not most things, everything I say is right. For I speak the truth and detest every kind of deception. My advice is wholesome. There's nothing devious. There's nothing crooked in it. My words are plain to anyone with understanding. It's clear to those with knowledge. Choose my instruction rather than silver, and knowledge rather than pure gold. For wisdom is far more valuable than rubies. Nothing you desire. Like he is doubling down on this part. Like Solomon's going like, nothing that you want for it that's out there, I promise you, it doesn't come close to this. I, wisdom, live together with good judgment. I know where to discover knowledge and discernment. All who fear the Lord will hate evil. Therefore, I hate pride. I hate arrogance, corruption, and perverse speech. Common sense and success belong to me. Insight and strength are mine. And so here's how I kind of want us to just take a step back here. We could look at like this 30,000 foot view. If you have on one side, you got wisdom is over here, and then wisdom is over here on the other side, or what wisdom isn't is on the other side. All right. So let's go through what wisdom is. Wisdom, if we can just do a bullet point style, it's right, it's truth, it's plain, it's clear, it's good judgment, it's knowledge, discernment, common sense, success, and insightful. Just in those verses alone, we get 10 things on what wisdom is. All right. Right, true, plain, clear, good judgment, knowledge, discernment, common sense, success, insightful. Thank you, Solomon, or whomever wrote this part. And then what wisdom isn't. It's not devious. Wisdom ain't crooked. It's not prideful. It's not arrogant. It's not corrupted. And it's not perverse speech. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever spoken with someone in your life and you felt coerced or manipulated into doing something? Come on. I know all of us have experienced it. Maybe it's within our own family. Maybe it's within a friend group, right? Or a so-called friend group. Maybe it's at the workplace with our leader or someone that we're leading. It's like you get at the end of a conversation wanting to talk about X, Y, Z, wanting to accomplish this task, and somehow at the end of it, you're like, how did I get out of that? What happened? And I would say it's because they're not intelligent or wise enough to speak with clarity or truth. Or they're scared. They're terrified of you knowing the truth, so they manipulate words to sway you to their side. And the thing about truth is, you ready? The thing about truth, guys, it's not always loud. And guess what? It doesn't have to be. You can't get mad at me that 3 times 3 is 9. It's just the truth. Like, I don't have to yell it. It's the truth that 3 times 3 is 9. And unfortunately, we can experience these type of individuals with those that are closest to us. It can be within our own family members. It can be a friend or a coworker or a boss or someone you're leading. And they may not always be a manipulative or coercive person, but are they having a manipulative moment? Because if so, listen to me, it's not wisdom. Some of us are in relationships with people, and I'm talking about especially the romantic ones. Listen, those of you who are dating right now, you need to pay attention to this. If you feel like you're being coerced into doing something, or there you're receiving perverse speech into being pulled into doing something, that's not wisdom, guys. Like, men, do not be with a woman who you feel like is manipulating you or twisting you into doing something you don't want to do. Women, please definitely do not be with a man who is manipulating you or coercing you into doing something that you don't want to do. By the way, guilting someone is absolutely a form of manipulation. So if someone goes, "Oh, you don't want to do this with me anymore? Oh, you don't love me anymore? Do you still love you don't want to do?" Guilting is a form of manipulation because what they're saying is they lack the capacity to actually speak and share what they need in a way that's insightful, that's clear, that's truth, that's knowledgeable, that's common sense. This is the Bible. I'm not adding anything to this. We just read it. So if you're experiencing any type of those moments, here's another way of saying it. If you're being guilted into something, it's not wisdom. It's a red flag. And on the other side, have you ever spoken with someone and what they said made you feel like you had such clarity? Like at the beginning of the convo, maybe you woke up before as you left your house and you just felt overwhelmed and anxious and confused, and you meet with this person at the end of the convo, you just left feeling like just light. Like you felt overwhelmed going into it, but then you felt like your thoughts unraveled and you felt more whole, you felt more complete, and you felt like you had success in life. You know why? It's because you just received wisdom. Stay around those type of people. Though wisdom is available for all people, you still have to choose it. Per verse 10 and verse 17. Like, it's available for all, but not everyone picks it up and chooses it. Wisdom is findable, ladies and gentlemen, if you're willing to search it and ask for it. James 1, chapter 1, verse 5 through 8 says it like this: if you need wisdom, ask our generous God. He will give it to you, and he will not rebuke you for asking. Aren't you thankful for that? By the way, the book of James is often known not just as a book of wisdom, but is also known as the Proverbs of the New Testament, essentially. So James is a great book to follow up and read after this if you wanted to. But God gives it to us freely. So like, it's not a one and done thing too, by the way. There are times where it says, if you need wisdom, ask for generous God. And so I'm like, Lord, I need wisdom. These are the words I'm thinking through. And I need you to do the same thing moving forward. So the next time you pray for someone and they're saying like, man, they need wisdom, don't just say, Lord, give them wisdom. Say, Lord, give them truth. Lord, give them common sense. Lord, I ask that you would give them success and insight. Lord, would you make your ways plain and clear to them? Would you make it right and truth? And guess what? Here's what I also pray. I said, Lord, if they're experiencing anything that feels crooked or prideful or arrogant, it's a sign to turn away. That's how we need to be praying. Not just for our loved ones, not just for those that we care about, but that's how you need to be praying over yourself. So when you say, Lord, can you give me wisdom? What you're asking for is, Lord, can you give me what is right? Can you give me what is true? Can you give me what is plain? Can you give me what is clear? By the way, shout out to my mom. She taught me growing up. She said, son, it's important to know what God is by equally knowing what he isn't. And she would tell me all the time that God is not a God of chaos. He's not a God of confusion. He's not a God of fear either. And here's another way of saying it. Here's why I'm really harping on this, particularly the manipulation and guilt part. God does not manipulate his people into something. He does not guilt you into something. He never has, he never will. He's a presenter of options, because here's what we do. We like to go, well, if God really wanted me to, he would. No. God is not a possessor. He is an empowerer, because he's a gentleman and a gift of free will. He will lead you with option A. Hey, here's my way, which is the way. And then there's your way. And we go, Lord, I really want this. And then you know what happens? God goes, but my son, I have this for you. We go, God, I know, but I really want that. And God goes, but my daughter, I have this for you. And we go, I know, God, but I really want this. And at some point, the Lord loves you so much because of the gift of free will. He goes, okay. because he doesn't lead with perverse speech. He's not corrupt. He's not arrogant. He's not prideful. He's not crooked or devious. He's discerning. He has insight. It's plain and clear. It's common sense. And this is the direction I'm going. I'd love for you to come with me, but if not, okay. If God doesn't move like that, why should we? And why should we position ourselves to be around individuals who would also do the same thing? So let's keep moving. Proverbs chapter 8, verse 22. The Lord formed me. This is, again, wisdom talking. The Lord formed me from the beginning. Before he created anything else, I was appointed in ages past, at the very first, before the earth began. It's almost like he's saying, like, wisdom is like part of, like, under the umbrella of the Trinity type thing. I'm not trying to be blasphemous or add to the text, but wisdom is saying, like, I've been a part of this. I was born before the oceans were created, before the springs bubbled from their waters. Like, no wonder why wisdom is truth and clear. Like, it's been there since the creation of time, right? I was the architect at his side. I was his constant delight, rejoicing always in his presence, and how happy I was with the world he created, how I rejoiced with the human family. And so, my children, listen to me. Listen, for all who follow my ways are joyful. Listen to my instruction and be wise. Don't ignore it. Joyful are those who listen to me, watching for me daily. You catch that? Watching for me daily at my gates. Think about a gate. It's the entrance and the exit of something. We know that because it says, waiting for me outside my home. So this idea of living in a posture of wisdom, it's actually not a state or something to strive to acquire as much as it's something to continuously live in. So there's three things we get from this text about wisdom. It's timeless, it's experienced, and it's joyful. Say it again. Wisdom is timeless, it's experienced, and it's joyful. The reason why wisdom is so effective is because it's literally partnered with God, meaning it's been existent before time itself, and it brings you joy. So remember, don't just listen to wisdom. We must do something with it. James 1, verse 22 says, do not be hearers of the word only. You must do what it says. If we're keeping it real, many of us hear the word of God all the time. We hear what the pastor says. We hear something that you can be hearing this right now. My prayer for you, real talk. I don't care if you walk away with great knowledge. I don't. Because it doesn't matter if you're not doing anything with it. My prayer for you this entire time, truly, is that you would have an encounter with the Lord, number one. Number two, that your heart, mind, and soul would be overwhelmed by his presence, that you would be moved, that you can't help but to not move into action, not out of guilt, but out of a deep conviction because you love your Heavenly Father. That is my prayer for you. That's what wisdom is. We don't get cool points for knowing what to do and then do nothing with it. We must seek, and we must seek it out daily. Luke 9:23, Jesus says, if you want to be my disciple, you must pick up your cross daily and follow me. We forget the part that it says daily. There is a price to pay when it comes to wisdom, and the price to pay is inconvenience. It's like hide and seek when you played as a kid. It's so much fun, right? We love the hiding part. We want to care for the seeking part, when you have to be the one that counts. But what happens? When you are searching, you are doing this diligently. It's not convenient to search. It's not convenient to search and to do it daily, but it's findable, and the ROI is always worth it. So what's our wise takeaway for today? I got this actually from Andy Stanley, so I want to give him the credit. But anytime I find myself struggling with next steps, what do I need to do in any area of my life, whether it's with my wife, I got to make a decision, whether it's on the job, friends, family, it could be small, big, whatever it is. Here's a question I've learned to ask, and I think this will help change your life. And here's a question. It's, what's the wise thing to do? What's the wise thing to do? Not what's the best thing, not what's the smart thing, not what's the legal thing, not what's the thing that I can do. No. This is a much better question. What is the wise thing to do? Because to ask, is it wise, is a difference from I could do it versus should I do it? What's the wise thing to do? I'll never forget my wife, when we first moved here, there's this apartment complex we really, really liked. It's not this one, but it was about $300 or $400 more than what we were looking for. And it was nice. I mean, it was amazing. Like, it had everything that we were looking for and then some. And we're like, okay, like we were kind of crunching the numbers, and I remember looking at my wife, I was like, babe, this probably went on for about a week. I said, babe, like, we can make it happen. It'd be tight, but we can make it happen. And she looked at me and she goes, is it wise? And I was like, I was so angry because here's why. I knew the answer immediately. To ask, is it wise, is a much better question. Should I be with this person? I mean, I can. Is it wise? Should you move in? You can. Is it wise? And here's a better way to ask it. You ask it past, present, future. So you go, in light of my past experience, current circumstance, future hopes and dreams, what's the wise thing for me to do? I'll say it again. In light of my past experience, current circumstance, and future hopes and dreams, what's the wise thing for me to do? And here's why you ask it like this. People ask often, hey, bro, if it were you, how would you do it? Hey, sis, if it were you, what would you do if it were me? It's a well-intended question because what they're saying is they love you and trust you so much. They value your perspective to speak into their situation. Here's the thing, though. You're not them, and I'm not you. My past is not your past experience. My current circumstance is not your current circumstance. And my future hopes and dreams are not your future hopes and dreams. Which is why you ask it like this. What's the wise thing for me to do? In light of my past experience, current circumstance, future hopes and dreams. What's the wise thing? What's the clear thing for me to do? What's the insightful thing to do? What's the common sense thing to do? What's the discerning thing to do? Remember going back to all those words on what wisdom is. That's what you ask. What's the wise thing? And the beauty of this question, it's not a religious question. You can share this with your non-Christian friends. This question is applicable to anyone and everyone. And the question in itself is a prayer. So that's the wise takeaway for today. What's the wise thing to do? 10 people can be approached with the exact same situation and circumstance because of our past experience, current circumstance, future hopes and dreams. For 3, it could be wise to say yes. For the 7, it could be unwise, actually, if they said yes. So it's what's the wise thing for you to do? And remember, wisdom is plain, it's clear, it's common sense, it's insightful, it's not confusing. So if you ever feel coerced, it's a sign to just turn away. Just turn away. So wise takeaway for today, what's the wise thing to do? All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Again, like I said, I'm a little biased to this chapter. Don't worry. I'm going to bring the same energy, okay? I promise. I'm going to bring the same energy for all the other chapters. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Post your comments below, and I'd love to hear just what the Lord's doing in your life, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. All right? Thanks for joining us today. I want to challenge you with 2 things. Number 1, invite somebody because you don't want to do this alone. And number 2, join our online community group. I left a link in the description below. What I've come to find is you do your most powerful growth in community with like-minded people. And don't forget to post in the comments below your greatest takeaway and tag me on Instagram at Mark K. Benton 2 so I can see what God is doing in your life. I'll catch you guys on the next one.